Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Delene Sarah. This is my first ever video blog channel, so wish me luck. This channel will be based around hair and makeup tutorials. There might be some nail art popping in and maybe even some baking. So it's based around all the things that I love to do. Today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial with the look that I'm wearing at the moment. This is a very basic look. It is just based around the skin. There's no eyeshadow, no false lashes, and it is something that I would personally wear to work every day. It's quick, it only takes me about 10 to 15 minutes in the morning, so it's something that I can get in and out and get done, and hopefully you enjoy it. Let's get started. Okay, this is a Nars Pro Prime Pore Refining Primer. I use this primer with an Nars Cosmetics flat foundation brush. Now you don't have to use a brush to apply a primer. I just have with this primer, and I found it works really well. So it's completely up to you. You can use your fingers, they work just as well. I just put a small pea-sized amount onto the brush and then spread it all over my skin. I make sure I get into all the creases and do my eyelids as well, and make sure I get right under my chin and near my ears. Next up, I'm going to prime my lips with the Lucas Pore Ointment Cream. For this one, I just apply it to my fingertip. A small amount goes a long way, and then put it all over my lips. I have very dry lips, so I need to make sure I do this. But if you don't have dry lips, you don't necessarily have to apply any primer to them. Next up, I'm using the Paint Pot Painterly by MAC. It's a Pro Longwear paint pot. I'm using this just to even out the complexion for my eyelids. I would normally use this as a primer, but I do apply this every day just to even out my complexion, even if I'm not wearing eyeshadow. This is a Napoleon Color Disc Espresso to go. I'm using this to fill in my eyebrows with the MAC 266 angled brush, which is coming up now. I don't like going overboard with filling my eyebrows. I like it to be very natural. I don't like it to look drawn on at all. So I don't do a very long and drawn out eyebrow filling in routine. It's just quick. I do short strokes at the beginning, and towards the end of the eyebrow I try to keep it a little bit of a longer stroke, as you can see. Then I'll go in with a spoolie just to make it look more natural and to clean it up if it needs to be cleaned up. Now I'm going to use a Pro Conceal and Correct palette in the colour Light to conceal any under eye circles and blemishes that I might have. A big mistake that a lot of people make when concealing under eye circles is they tend to pick a very light colour. Now this will highlight the under eye circles instead of hiding them. So what you need to do first is use a contrasting colour such as this pink to hide and correct the colour before applying a highlighting concealer, which you will see I do later. I also use the pale yellow colour around my nose just to correct any redness around there, and I also correct any other blemishes that I feel I might have by using the correct contrasting colour. As you can see here, I'm just correcting some of the redness on my chin and underneath my lips. Here I'm using the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation in medium to Santa Fe. As you can see, I just use one pump and I spread it all over my face. Around the eyes, I try not to rub it in too much. I try to dab it as much as possible, not so I don't disturb the concealer that's already there. I also place it on my forehead and all over my face, and I use my fingers to rub this in. I don't love using my fingers for foundation, but I must admit with the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation, it does work a whole lot better if you do use your fingers, and that's the way it's been designed. Next up, we have the Light to Vanilla Radiant Creamy Concealer by Nars. With this, I'm going to use strokes to apply it underneath my eyes and never dab it. It tends to blend a little bit better when you do a stroke. I apply it to my forehead, over my lips, oops, too much, and a little bit on my nose and chin. I just rub that in a bit much. Now I use a beauty blender. A damp beauty blender is the best thing you can use to blend in concealers. I've become on the bandwagon for this particular product. It is amazing to blend with. Make sure it's damp when you use it because it will get rid of the excess product if you've put too much on. So it is a great product to use. After I use it to blend in the concealer, I actually go over my face to make sure my face is perfectly blended in and seamless. I'm using the Laguna Nars bronzer. This is an awesome bronzer for all skin tones. That's what it's made for, a universal bronzer. I'm going to be using it with the Ambient Lighting Hourglass brush. This is great if you're beginning with contouring because it's not a sharp line and it gets a really soft contour in. As you can see, that's where you need to contour from the top of your ear in line with your lip. So that's your contour line. I'm just using the Ambient Lighting brush. So once I've done both cheeks, I don't put too much on because it's just a work look. I use it on my temples and blend it right into my hairline. And then I will also go ahead and use it across my chin bone and down my neck just to blend it all away and make it look again seamless. And now I'll be using a NARS blush. It's called Orgasm. This is again a universal blush. It will suit all skin tones. I'm going to be using it with the MAC 168 blush brush. You apply to the apple of your cheek and on top of the contour line. Don't go past the pupil of your eye and blend it all the way up to, again, the hairline. Now we have the Ambient Lighting palette by Hourglass. I'm going to be using the middle shade Incandescent Light as a highlighting colour. There it is there. I'll be using it with the Real Techniques foundation powder brush. And it's just about to come up here. These brushes are awesome. They're available from any drugstore. They work really well and are quite cheap. So if you're looking for a good set of brushes, the Real Techniques brushes are really good, and that is just my opinion. As you can see, I am highlighting the eyebrow bone, the cheekbone, down the bridge of my nose and my chin. Onto the eyes, I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Chromographic Pencil Crayon Multi-Uses. It's NC15 or NW20 is the colour. I'm using it to line my waterline. This will brighten your eyes and give you a more awake and bigger looking eye. Next up, I'm going to be using the Aveda mascara. This mascara is awesome. It's all natural. It's good for your lashes. Sorry, my mirror is over there, so I'm using my mirror over there. I accidentally put it all over my eye as well, so I'm just going to clean it up. Makeup is just makeup. You can always take it off and start again. Remove anything that you don't like. So no worries if you ever make a mistake. And here we are. Make sure when you're applying mascara you use a wiggle motion to split the eyelashes. Get right down to the eyeline as well. We have a brow gel by Nars. It's just a clear one. It has no colour in it. I always use this just to set my eyebrows. It just gives it a very finished look. Last but not least, my lips. I'm going to be using the MAC Lip Liner Pencil in Devilish. Don't know how to say that, but it's a light pink colour. Sorry, my mirror is over there, so I'm just looking at my mirror to get a clean line. I am then going to fill in my lips with that colour. Next up, I'm going to be using the lipstick by MAC. It's called Angel A42 in Frost. So this is also a light pink colour. When I'm applying this, I apply it by a dabbing motion first to get it into the lips, and then I go over it quickly with a quick swipe of the lip gloss. You don't have to use it from the bullet, you can use a brush, but I just prefer from the bullet. Next up, I'm going to be using the Nars Greek Holiday lip gloss. I'm just applying this to the center of my lips to give it a 3D look. Lastly, I am using the Nars Powder Foundation in Beach with the Real Techniques buffing brush. I'm using this with the buffing technique. You might be freaking out thinking, why is she putting more makeup on her skin? This is a buffing technique. You use circular motions all over your skin and it gets the makeup flawlessly into the skin to give you a flawless finish. It looks like you have been airbrushed and it is a great technique. You don't have to use it with a coloured foundation, you can use it with a setting powder and it will do the same thing. Done! Thanks for watching, that's the finished look.